Smile. Right.
All right. I don't know if I'm on or not.
Let's see.
Okay. Nope, I'm not on yet. This would be saying live, but it's only 16 seconds in. All right, connected to Facebook.
Okay.
So that's encouraging.
All right. You want to refresh your screen?
Okay, I'm live. All right, everyone. It says that I'm live. Yes, comments. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Margaret, for commenting. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. I am just 2 minutes late. Sorry about that. Of course, it was technical difficulties. What else would it be? Hello, Gail. How are you? All right, let me go ahead. I want to hook up my my switcher cast. Let's see if I can still do that. You ladies just keep commenting. All right, that's done. Okay, hi Kisha, hi Donna. Hello Sonia, how are you? Thank you for joining me this evening. All right, so, hello Lisa, how are you? I have some new product to show you tonight that is part of the March online exclusives. So I'm anxious to share that with you this evening. Anyone have any questions about Spring Retreat? Spring Retreat early bird registration ends tonight, okay? Now you can sign up for the Spring Retreat tomorrow, but you'll have to pay $10 more. And I don't want you ladies to do that. So now is the time for you to get signed up for the retreat, okay? All right. Okay, so after the broadcast tonight, I am going to post a link where you can go to register for the spring retreat. Now, you can also register, if you like, as an online customer. It'll be a virtual retreat for you. Your retreat will arrive in a box with all the pillow gifts, all the goodies. We are almost full. And again, you'll want to sign up tonight. Don't wait until tomorrow because it goes up by $10, okay? And I will leave this link for you after the broadcast this evening so that you can sign up, okay? Now, I thought you might like to see one of the classes. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one of the classes that you can take during the retreat. So before we get started this evening, first, if you're brand new, welcome to Facebook Live in the Hive. My name is Tammy Shia, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am happy that you've joined us this evening. Now, I am broadcasting from a different location in my house tonight. I am actually near or very, very close to the router. And we're trying to figure out if this gives us a better signal, okay? So bear with me. Fingers crossed that we're going to have a smooth broadcast this evening. I've got a card to share with you, and I've got a lot of resources to share with you tonight, okay? Hello, Thelma. How are you? Hi, Jeanne. Tina asked me about the grandsons. They are good. They're doing very well. I just had FaceTime with them before tonight's Facebook Live. They were having their dinner. I'm delighted that you're all here. Tina has ordered my retreat boxes many times, and she enjoys them all, and I'm so glad she does. So, you know, if you're interested in coming to Richmond, Virginia for the retreat, we would absolutely love to have you. And if that is too far, you can certainly get the retreat in the box, okay? All right, so let me show you one of the classes. I've got to move a few things in order to do that. So I'm gonna move my iPad over this way. By the way, I'm also using a much smaller table tonight. Okay, so as I get out everything, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zoom in. You all can see all my electronics here. There we go. All right. Hello, Margaret from North Carolina. Good to have you here. So this is my mixed florals class. This is part of the retreat. This class is 20 cards. It is $32.50. You'll receive a full package of embellishments. You'll receive a full package of 20 cards and envelopes and the memories and more cards. Okay, you also get the cards as well. So they're 10 large and they're going to be 10 small cards. Okay, so those are the 10 large. And now I'm going to show you the small ones. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. All right, again, my setup is a little different tonight. Now, if you're not attending retreat and you're interested in this class, you can take the class. The class is, gosh, I'm trying to remember the price of the class. The class is $35.50 plus shipping if I need to mail you everything. Okay, so the class is a bit more if you are not doing the retreat. But here we are, 20 cards. We've got 10 large and 10 small. It's the mixed florals class. And my Stampin' Fairies were here today, and we have our kits all made and waiting for you. So we're super excited to be able to share these cards with you. Okay? And the second class is going to be as cute as can be. And I haven't designed those cards yet, but I will do that right after on stage. So next week, we demonstrators get to attend on stage, and it's in Raleigh, North Carolina, or at least that's one of the locations. So I will be there next week. If you're gonna be there, hunt me down. I wanna say hello to you. And that would be really fun for me. All right, so I'd love to meet you in person. So after on stage, then it's back to work for the retreat, and I'll be doing the cute as can be class. All right. Okay, what else do I need to tell you this evening? I do have a brand new host code. So if you're shopping with me during the month of March and your order is less than $150, please use this host code and you'll get a free embellishment in the mail. All right. And we have two brand new kits. We have Welcoming Garden Kit, which I'm super excited about. I wish I had it right now in my hands. So that's one of our new kits that came out yesterday. And our second kit is the Maritime Moments Kit. And that one also looks just as good as the first one. So I'm gonna order both of them and I'm anxious to try them out. So keep those in mind when you're doing your shopping, all right? All right, so thank you so much for sharing, everyone. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here every Wednesday night. For the last 9 weeks, we've had a lot of technical difficulties, and you have stuck with me, and I really appreciate it. Also, each week, my husband and I have done something to change the internet. You know, the positioning of cameras and where they're located in the house, among many, many other things. We have spent quite a lot of time speaking with our internet provider, as well as the app that I use in order to bring you Facebook Live. So we're still working on it. We haven't given up. And tonight I am sitting very close to the router. So I'm sitting in my family room, which I had to drag everything from upstairs. My stamp room's upstairs. Had to drag it all down in order to do tonight's broadcast. So fingers crossed that it all works for us, okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm anxious to show you some new product this evening. And by the way, you're probably going to see my ring light. That's to give me more lighting over my hands. So that can be a bit annoying, but you won't see that once I switch over to my hands. All right. So gosh, where do we start? Let's start with some online exclusives, okay? All right, so I'm going to switch on over here. And I'm going to move my laptop a little bit here so I can scoot this down. All right, here we go. So this is Textured Notes, and this suite has so many good things. It has an embossing folder, which is right here, and it's called the Mini Corrugated Embossing Folder. And if I zoom in a little bit, you're going to notice that you've got this corrugated texture. It is so awesome. I absolutely love this. So anyway, all right, now this Textured Notes comes with some amazing dies, okay? So even if you don't care for the stamp set, you need the dies, and I'll show you why. Let me put them right over here. Let's see, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 different dies, and what you're going to notice is the designs are different. So this design and this design are the same. Hang on, I'm gonna get my Take Your Pick tool out. This design, there we are. This design and this design are the same. And this design, I think, is the only one like it. And this one, that's the only design of it. So this is so awesome. I'm going to show you what those dies look like when they are cut. All right. And then I've got some tips for you. And I'm anxious to share this with you this evening. Let's see, I need to zoom out. There we go. Okay, so I have some paper dimensions for you. So not only will you be able to cut these out, and by the way, there are 8 of them, okay? There are 8 dies. And I've cut them all out, and I'm gonna bring this closer to the camera so that you can see it really well. And then I have measurements for you for the designer paper, okay? So for this one, let's see how close I can zoom in here. Here we go. For these 2, I did not cut designer paper to layer with it because these are perfect for words, okay? So the next one, and I'm going to put it closer, this is Night of Navy cardstock. And to be quite honest, I don't know how well you can actually see that design. But I have measured designer paper and put that so you've got 2 layers, okay? And we're gonna talk about the measurements in a moment, all right? Here's one right here. Here's the next one in Old Olive. This one, and I think you can see this design a lot better, reminds me of the Greek key, if you're familiar with that design. Again, I've cut designer paper to fit in the area, so not only do you see the design, but you also have a paper layer, okay? And then this rectangle right here, and it looks like I can hold this one down, I have another paper layer here. So I've noticed that it's really hard for you to see the Night of Navy on the camera. I should have chosen a different color. But what I'll do is I'm gonna show you the design up close, all right? So let's do that. Now remember, I'm in a different place tonight, and my electronics are in different places on the table as well as the camera. But this is the design that I am talking about, okay? And then the next design, because the Night of Navy is so difficult to see. Hi, Deborah. It is this one right here. So that is the design. Sorry, ladies, just trying to get it in your view. That's the design right there, okay? And then I have cut a designer paper layer for you, all right? All right, so let's go over the measurements, smallest to largest rectangle. Now I have 3 more rectangles to show you, okay? But we're gonna talk about these 3 rectangles right here, okay? All right, I've given you some very crazy measurements, all right? All right, so Donna has an excellent question regarding the dies. Do the dies cut a frame or a whole piece with border? The die will cut out the entire piece. So that is an excellent question, Donna. So this piece right here, when it cuts it out, you're going to get, the die will have the design around the navy cardstock. So it's one piece. But here's the neat thing, Donna. You can always put 2 together and cut these out, and then you're going to have a different design. And we will have to try that. I can't do it tonight because my paper and Big Shot are upstairs. So it's too hard for me to do this evening, but I would actually love to do that so I could get an idea of what that looks like as well. All right, so let's go back to designer paper. By the way, the designer paper that I've used this evening is from Fruit Salad, which is a celebration product that retired, was it yesterday? I'm trying to remember when it retired. Monday, I can't remember. Anyway, no, it retired February 28th. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to give you some crazy measurements, all right? And I've noticed a mistake that I have made, and I don't know if I have a pen here. Of course I don't have a pen with me. Why would I need a pen? Right here, this is 1 and 15 16. Oh, no, it says 15 16th inch. So let me show you what that crazy measurement is, okay? All right. So there are 16 lines between the beginning and to the first inch, right? So there's 16 lines. So if you were to cut it at 15 16ths, you are cutting it, and let me put the paper there, and I will raise this up here. You are cutting it the mark right before 1 inch, all right? It's just 1 mark before 1 inch, all right? And now the 2 and 7/16, all we're gonna do is, here's 2, and then we're gonna count all those little lines, and we count it, and we cut it at 7. So that is 7/16 right there, all right? And I'm sorry for all the reflection from the ring light. It's giving us a lot of reflection there. But that's 7/16 right there. So it's 1 line before 2.5, okay? So I have all kinds of crazy measurements like that for these things, but I felt that they showed up the best when the designer paper was cut. Any questions about that? I am going to show you the next 3 rectangles. Remember, there are 8 rectangles in all. And I will scoot out, and we are talking about the Textured Notes bundle. And this is the item number for the entire bundle. This is the item number for the dies only, all right? Because some of you might think, well, I really don't need the stamp set, but I definitely have to have those dies, okay? So Rhonda's asked an interesting question. Tammy, were you a teacher before a demonstrator? Rhonda, just a little bit. Can you tell? I definitely was a teacher before staying home with my children. So yeah, you hit the nail on the head, okay? All right, we're at the last 3 rectangles here. So I hope you're finding this helpful. Now, you may decide that's a lot of measuring for me, and so maybe you want to cut it on the 1/4 inch, and that's okay. And certainly these are not set in stone. I could actually make these designer papers much smaller than they are on the rectangle, okay? All right, so let's look at this rectangle here. We're gonna measure the designer paper, and it is measuring at 2 7/16 of an inch. Again, it is one line. It is one line before the 1/2 inch mark, okay? Now let's look at the other side of this paper, and this is measuring 3 7/8, all right? So 3 7/8 is right there, okay? So I hope you find this helpful. Please let me know in the comments. I will take pictures of these to post on my Facebook and my blog. I will also have these measurements for you in a PDF on my blog by Friday, okay? So give me 2 days to get that posted. All right, let's look at rectangle 5. And by the way, we are working for both of these, smallest to largest rectangle. Okay, so that first rectangle, here it is. Second rectangle, third rectangle. Okay? Susan, we're just happy to have you, even if you're late. We're happy you're here. All right, let's look at rectangle 5. And this is measuring 2 15/16. So it's one line before 3 inches. All right, it's just one line before that next inch. And then if we measure this way, it's 4 3/8, okay? And if you decide to purchase this die set or the bundle, I would definitely download and print my PDF of all the measurements, okay? All right. And our last one, and then Ruth, I'll answer your question. Our last one is actually, it should be 3. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I have that one right. I may not have that one right. I am measuring 3 1/2 by 4 15/16. Haha. So guess what? Oh no, here we go. It wasn't 3 1/2. It is 3 9/16. Okay, 3 9/16. And that is 1 inch after the 1/2 inch mark. All right. I hope that wasn't too confusing. You can certainly make the designer paper smaller if you want. It doesn't have to be this exact. But I remember doing this with the scalloped contours dies, and everybody loved it. So I hope you will find this a useful tool. So let me know in the comments what you think. So Ruth has asked a really great question, and I'll go ahead and address that, Ruth. Tammy, will you be moving your videos to YouTube? So Ruth is asking that because some of you may not know about the new Facebook rules that are coming in May, and I believe it's by May 6th it's going to change. With my videos on my Be Creative Stamping Facebook page, I believe they will only be live. Gosh, I read it. Tom, do you remember what I told you? Was it 1 month? Your videos will only be live for 1 month. 30 days. Your videos will only be live for 30 days. And then Facebook is going to delete the video. But guess what? All of my videos are posted on my blog, every single one of them. And all of my videos are already posted to YouTube. So if you ever just want to go to my YouTube channel, it's Be Creative Stamping. You'll find all the videos there. So even though Facebook is going to delete my videos, you have 2 other resources. So we are in really good shape. I don't have to panic and transfer all my videos to the 2 other platforms. So thank you for asking that, Ruth, because that is something we demonstrators do need to be talking about. So, all right, well, good. I'm glad you found it helpful. If you save my video on Facebook, I have a feeling it's going to disappear. But you can find that exact same video on YouTube. By the way, ladies, every single week when I do a Facebook Live, usually within 2 to 3 days, I've already posted that video on my blog page. Not only have I posted that blog, but I have included tutorials for you, supply list, extra photos. So any of the resources that I share with you tonight, they're going to be on my blog within the next week, within a week at the very latest. All right. So that's a really good thing to ask about. Yes. So my site names are becreativestamping.com for my blog. And for my YouTube, just go to YouTube and type in the search engine, type in Be Creative Stamping. My entire channel will come up. I think I have over 400 videos on it. Okay? So we're in good shape. You're still going to have all the resources, even though they will disappear on Facebook. So thank you for asking that, Ruth. That's a really important question. All right. Any other questions regarding that? So usually what I do is around Friday or the weekend, I'll say in a Facebook post, by the way, my edited video, my Facebook Live replay is over on my blog today. You'll find it with a Be Inspired sheet. That Be Inspired sheet includes photos, supplies, all the measurements, okay? Everything is there for you, all right? Thank you, Mary Lou. I really, really appreciate your comment. I work very, very hard to make sure that everything is there for you ladies. All right. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right. So we were talking about the textured notes and I showed you the dies. They are a must-have. I am going to be using them quite a bit. Okay. So you will see them in my cards many, many times. And let's see, the other thing I want to show you with the suite, and it does have embellishments. So let's look at the embezzlements, like my husband likes to call them. That is his favorite. Let me go ahead and zoom in. All right, so right here is the neutral matte dots, and I will take it out so that you can see it. These are the dots. Sorry, camera's in a different place tonight, ladies, so I'm kind of all over the place. All right, so we have basic white, we have basic black, we have beige. Is it called basic beige or is it just beige? Y'all help me out with that one because we're using it tonight. And this is, it's either crumb cake or pecan pie, okay? So these are the embezzlements that come with this suite. They're awesome. By the way, if you noticed my labeling, this is a good time for me to plug my brand new stamp studio. It is coming on March 31, and they will be installing the week of March 31. If you are a retreat attendee, you might have an option to take a sneak peek of my stamp room that weekend. More details to follow as long as schedules stay as they are. And the following week, which is going to be April, thank you, Tina. I couldn't think of beige. Hang on, I'm looking at my calendar. April 7th, I'll be with you every day because guess what? We're going to talk about organizing our stamping supplies. It doesn't matter what size stamp room you have. This is going to be my third room. My first room was a tiny bedroom and I made it work and it worked well. So lots of things to share with you. We're also going to talk about labeling. We'll talk about the machines that I use to do my labeling, as well as how I organize these things. And recently I have had to go to these labels because I can't remember anymore. Are these embellishments in the annual book? Are they in the mini catalog? Or are they online? And so we have all the information we need right there, okay? So that's embezzlements. And let me show you the flyer that actually I can show you a better version of this flyer on my computer. So let me grab that for you, okay? Hang on one second. See if I can grab it. I don't know. I'm not sure I will be able to grab it. I remember this morning having a hard time finding it as well. So we'll just go with the flyer for now. But this is a flyer which I will also post to my blog. It'll be under the video, okay? Here's the paper, which I'm going to show it to you in person. But here is a close-up. That's one of the packages of paper. It's called Botanical Textures, and it's 12 by 12 inches. So we've got some black and white paper. How awesome is that? Then there is another designer paper, and this one is called Woven Textures. All right, now with the woven textures, 2, 4, let's see. I'm trying to remember. This paper runs a little differently. You actually get 3 sheets of each double-sided design, okay? So the upper left corner, you see those 2 designer papers close together. That's front and back. And you actually get 1, 2, 3. You get 3 sheets of that. So they did this paper pack a little bit differently, but those are the designer papers, and they're much prettier in person. Also, this suite comes with ribbon, and my ribbon is upstairs on the desk, so we won't get a close look at that, but it is white ribbon. Really, really nice tying ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and show you the designer paper in person. All right, so this is what we've got. You'll get 3 sheets of this, okay? And by the way, I won't have all of them up here because I'm using some this weekend in class. Here's the opposite side. Let me go ahead and zoom in for you. There you go. That's one side. That's the other side. And you get 3 sheets of this. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. Now we're going to look at this one. And ladies, for some reason, this looks like coffee beans to me. Okay, I'm getting a security error. So I am going to screenshot it. And then I'm going to recover broadcast. Sorry, ladies, I am getting a security error. So, all right, which I shouldn't be getting one, by the way, because I'm so close to the hub. Okay, so this piece of paper right here, Tom, if you can go on Facebook and see what's going on. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right, so this is one of the papers, which again looks like coffee beans to me. And then the opposite side is right here, okay? So that's another one. All right, oh good, Nancy, I'm glad you commented because I was getting concerned. So if y'all can keep commenting so I know that I am live, okay? Here is another design. Now this looks like the bottom of a basket. This is definitely a basket weave. And then this is the other side of it. So I'll zoom in for you. All right. So that's that one. And then another one I can show you is this one right here. Okay. And then this is the opposite side, which is a linen look. So Carol is saying you blipped for a second, but you came right back. No worries. And then Carol Helms, I know you're asking me about my router. I am literally sitting next to my router right now. So if the router is helpful, yes, I will move the router to my stamp room because I cannot teach class in my family room every week. There's just no way that I can drag stuff up and down the steps. Okay, so let me show you the other paper, okay? All right, here we go. You're gonna love this one too. This is that black and white paper. And I'm sure some of you already have this. Here is the opposite side of it. I should have probably cut this down to like 6 by 6. It makes it more manageable when you're on a camera. All right, so let me zoom in a little. There we go. That's front and back. And then I just remembered I can also be checking. Here is one. I love this piece, by the way. It's so, so pretty. And you're gonna notice, look at the stamped image. Look at the basket weave. Look at the coffee beans. That's what we'll call that one, this weave. We'll call it coffee beans. And look at these leaves. They're in the designer paper. Here's the opposite side of it. Again, here is another label so that I can keep everything straight. This is Botanical Textures DSP. Here is another piece. And here is the opposite side, so it kind of looks like water spots. Yes, it's definitely a nice monochromatic paper, Rhonda. Here's this side, and then here's the opposite side. Look, we're picking up on this stamped image right here. And did I show you? Yeah, that's the opposite side of that. And we're going to make a card tonight, and you're going to be seeing some of this paper and stuff. Actually, I don't think you'll see this paper tonight. But I do have a card for you. Here is the opposite side. So look at this. We've got it with a white background, and then we even have it with a black background. So we have both. All right. And then here is another side. This almost looks like an ultrasound, doesn't it? It really does. And then here's another one. And then that's the opposite side. And look, we're bringing in this design right here. So if you are in my hostess clubs, you will get a closer look at this weekend. We are creating cards this weekend using this suite. So you will get to look at that. And there's the stamp set. I'm gonna put my paper away here. So we've gone over all of the products. Anyone have questions regarding that? There goes my light. Well, my light fell off the table. There we go. Sorry, ladies. The light completely fell off the table.
I got it. Let go.
Okay. All righty. It's a good thing Tom is here. I honestly don't think he can leave and go anywhere when I have a broadcast.
You like Jacqueline?
Oh boy. All right. So let's talk about some other things that we're going to use tonight as we create our card. I'm going to show you the card in just a second. This is Elements of Text. And by the way, I don't have my information on this yet, but I believe this is an online exclusive. You all can help me with this. I'm not sure if this launched in November, could it have been January or this month, but we're going to be using Elements of Texture this evening. All right, I'm going to try and help Tom with, do I need to hold this?
Push the table.
Okay.
There we go.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we're using that. Then I'm going to be bringing in another bundle. Ruth says thank you.
You're welcome, Ruth.
Everybody is singing your praises, Tom.
Just use those embezzlements.
Buy embezzlements, right?
That's right.
All right, we got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now I'll switch back over and let me move this iPad a little bit. Okay, so linked together, hang on, I have to readjust everything. Linked together is also a bundle. Let me show you where that's located. It is actually in our mini catalog, and it's pages 48 and 49, okay? And here on this page, this is an awesome page because it shows you all 5 masks. We're actually gonna use the mask tonight and some other things. So we'll come back and talk about this, okay? But I wanted you to see the stamp set. It's sentiments that go along with the dies, that go along with the mask, okay? All right, so let's talk about the dies because we're gonna use them this evening. We're going to be using the oval die, which is right here. We won't use the diamond shape tonight. Then we're going to use the vine. We're going to use both vines actually, and then we're going to use these flowers right here. So these are the dies. Oh, there's one more die. Hang on. Where are you? This die right here also comes with this set. Okay? So this is the entire set of dies that coordinate with linked together. And again, it's in your mini, it's pages 48 and 49, okay? So let me just put this back. I've already done all my cutting for the evening, so I wouldn't have to, you know, bring paper and Big Shot and all of that good stuff downstairs. All right, so your mask come in this bag just like this. And I've already created labels, and my plan is to put a label on each stencil. The labels are made, I just haven't gotten them on the stencils yet, okay? The mats are great. Oh, good, Rhonda. So Rhonda got to use them at her last card class. She made the card with pastels and colors, with past and colors. With paste, I bet embossing paste maybe. All right, so that's awesome. I just started working with the mask this week. For those of you who are in my Hostess Club, you all know I love mats and I love embossing paste. So it is right up my alley, okay? Now you're gonna notice that each mask has a number on it. It'll have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And that number is right up here in the corner. And you're also going to notice a notch. So if you decide to use 2 masks together, and by the way, these masks build on each other. And so, for example, we're using one tonight. We're going to get that diamond-shaped look. If I were to add a second mask to the design, then it would shade just half of the diamond. But this is where you line it up on your paper so that your diamond shape will be lined up. But the catalog does an excellent job of showing you the mask and also showing you some really great samples. Especially this one right here. And I've been on YouTube and Pinterest, and you can find lots of ideas there as well. So guess what? We are finally to the card. All right, are you ready for it? Ready to see that card that we're creating with tonight? It is right here. So I'm gonna zoom in for a closer look. We're going to be using some basic beige tonight, which I haven't done in months. So this will be fun. We're going to be using product from all the stamp sets that I showed you this evening, okay? Hi, Becky. Welcome. Okay, so we are going to get started. with a card base in Mossy Meadow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Becky. I really appreciate it. Hey, Diane. My scoring tool is packed. We have an obligation this weekend, and so I'll be in the car for quite some time. And I've packed my bone folders because I need to curl flowers. We are curling flowers for retreat, and that's all I can say. But the other thing I will say is you'll be glad you're either coming to retreat or you're doing retreat in a box, because you will not believe some of the pillow gifts. They're pretty darn amazing. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with one, and I'm going to open my card. Okay. And I'm going to add my mask. I may close my card. Hang on. We'll see. Let me get my glasses on for this. I'm going to be using a blending brush. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad y'all liked the card. Thank you. It was all worth it then. It's all worth it. All right. So I'm going to close my card. Okay. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to take a Post-it, and I'm going to, nope, can't do that. I'm going to do this, and what I'm doing is, it's just to hold this in place. That's all the Post-it note is for, okay? All right. Yeah, you're going to be pretty happy, Donna. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is, I am going to center this mask, okay? I'm going to center it on the card front. And this should do it, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do another Post-it note. And I'm going to put it right here, okay? Now, if you have washi tape is amazing with mask, okay? My washi tape is packed, and I won't see it until the week of April 7th, okay? So I'm using Post-it notes because that's pretty much all I have right now. I'm going to put another Post-it note down here. This is just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to use a blending brush, and I'm going to use a large one, okay? Now, this is where I need my Mossy Meadow. It's a Mossy Meadow card base, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow ink, okay? All right, so we're going to open it up, and then I'm going to put the ink pad right here. It's going to be close by. And I am going to move my blending brush in a circular direction. I'm going to start off of the mask. It'll be on the mask, but off the cardstock. I'm going to start here, and I am going to start working this. Now, I'm going to keep my hands on this mask the entire time because the Post-it notes are only so strong, and I need to make sure that my stencil doesn't move. By the way, if you're in Hostess Club, we're making this card this weekend. Bring washi tape, okay? Because I don't know where mine is. All right. So this is what we're doing. We can make this as light as we want. We can make it as dark as we want just by adding more color. Hi, Margot. Thanks for joining us. All right, so here we go. And I've got to get up here in this corner where my finger was. All right. Also, if you're coming to class, bring some wipes so that you can wipe the mask. For me tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it under the faucet and let it air dry. But for class purposes, we're going to want to have some wipes. All right. And so this is very fun, very therapeutic. And I think I'm sure I have enough ink. Okay. Now to clean your brush, let me just give you a few tips on that. You can wash your brush under the faucet, but it will take several days to dry. So I originally used this brush with Garden Green ink, and tonight I'm using Mossy Meadow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use a circular motion, And that way I can get some of the ink out of it. And it really does a great job. I'll be using it this weekend, so I really don't need to worry about getting the ink out of this, but this is an excellent way to do that. Post-it tape would be excellent, Diane. I'm sure you all know what we're talking about, and if I think about it, I will leave you a link for the post-it tape. Post-it tape would have been excellent, except mine's upstairs, and I'm downstairs tonight, so I couldn't really bring everything down here. Okay. So, do you see that little hook, that little V? I know it's really hard to see because it's white on white. Now you can see it, right? See that little hook? Okay, if I was done with this mask, okay, and I wanted to add another mask, that is where you do your lining up. Now, another way for you to line up, and this one's an easy one, is just to lay it on top of the pattern, okay? But what I would do is, if I was doing a second layer, a second template, I would probably, and I don't have a pen down here, but I would take that ink pen and I would make a mark here and put the letter V, just like that notch. And then I know where to line up the next mask, okay? So let's see what we've got. And again, I'm rinsing mine under the faucet. A wipe will work just as well. And it doesn't have to be washed right away. I'm getting rid of the Post-its. I'll bring Post-it tape this weekend, Diane, to class. So here is my pattern on this side. And I probably could have done some darker shading here, but it's gonna look great, all right? Yeah, the Post-it tape would be excellent. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but anyway. All right, pecan pie. This is our next layer where we're going to do some stamping, okay? So I need the stamp. Where are my stamps? Here, right here. Okay, I did bring them downstairs. Good. We're going to be using the elements of text, and we're going to use this one. And you're going to notice that it doesn't cover up my paper. So we're going to be doing some overlapping, okay? I could have used the round circle, but believe it or not, even the round circle did not cover this sheet of cardstock, okay? All right, so here we go. Let me get my glasses back on. And I'm just gonna start in the corner. And honestly, it doesn't matter where I start. We are just creating a background. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And one more time. All right, and I even have a little space right there. I don't know if you can see it, but boy, I missed that little space. But that's okay, because we're gonna add another layer, okay? All righty, so our next layer is right here. Now this is from the Linked, what's it called? Linked All Together? Linked Together is the name of it, okay? All right, and so we're actually gonna add that layer right here, okay? So if you notice, when I add the layer, it really didn't matter that I didn't have anything right there. And we're gonna add flowers and vines. So we've got lots of good things to add to it. So it'll all work out just fine. I am going to use some Tombow liquid glue in different places. I'm certainly not going to cover all of it. So just various places here. That was probably too much glue right there. All right, I'll put a little bit more. Now, let's talk about adhesive sheets for a second, okay? This die, and I've already put it away, But when I cut cardstock with this die, I run it through my Big Shot 2 times, okay? And I'll show you how I do that. I'm gonna get the die out so I can show you how to do that so you get a nice, crisp. Move that down a little. And that glue will dry pretty well, so I'm not gonna worry about that little bit of glue right there. Let's get the die back out. Where is it? Here we are. When you roll this through your Big Shot with cardstock, I rolled it through on an angle. Then I turned it to the other angle and then rolled it back through again. So you're gonna roll it through twice. You're gonna roll it on an angle, a different angle each time, and then it will come out beautifully, okay? If I were to use an adhesive sheet with this particular die, I think it would mean more cutting, more rolling through the Big Shot to get all those layers to cut. And so that's why I did not use an adhesive sheet, okay? All righty. So I'll give you this card measurement and I'll give you the card measurement of the pecan pie, okay? But they will be on my Be Inspired sheet as well this week. So we are at 3 1/8 of an inch. I have to find the camera again. It's so funny, just moving the table and everything. 3 1/8 by 4 1/2. And then your pecan pie is 2 7/8 by 4 1/4. All right, and we're gonna put these two together with some seal. There we go. And then we're going to center this. About right there. Okay, now let me zoom out so you can see better. Now you know the night could not end without a few dimensionals, right? So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna grab some dimensionals here. I'm gonna put one in the middle as a support. And then I'm gonna put one in each corner, okay? All right, so I'm able to use it all. And then we're gonna peel this off. I didn't bring down my mini trash can. All right, so Corinne says this pattern reminds me of an alligator or crocodile skin. Oh yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I hadn't thought of that. So, all right. So where's that card base? What did I do with it? It's completely moved. Here we are. Now we're gonna add this. We've got another layer that we're adding, and we're still keeping with the diamond pattern. Okay? And let's make sure I got that a little crooked. All right. Okay, so there we are with that. And now we're going to bring in an oval. And this oval is cut out with the Link Together bundle again. And it's basic beige, okay? Basic beige. And I'll zoom in just a bit here. Okay. Now we're going to bring in the textured notes. All right, I told you that stamp set was going to be featured tonight as well. Okay, and we're going to use basic beige. Now, call me crazy, but when I stamp this in basic beige, it almost looks like old olive. All right, thank you, Deborah, thank you. All right, so here we go. We're gonna ink this in basic beige. And then I'm gonna stamp kind of in the middle or towards the left a little bit. And I want you to look at this color. I don't know if you can tell, but that's Basic Beige ink on Basic Beige, which looks like Old Olive to me. It's the craziest thing. All right, so that's done. And then we're going to include the words. Now, the words do come in the Textured Notes bundle. So we're gonna keep with the stamp set here. And I'm gonna stamp this kind of towards the left. Basic Beige was new last May when the annual catalog launched last May. So it's fairly new. Yep, so we do have that color now. This is Early Espresso for the greeting, okay? And then I'm gonna bring in some Old Olive. You can definitely use Mossy Meadow, okay? I know it looks like Old Olive, it's crazy. Not only that, but every time I use it, I look at the stamp pad to make sure I have the right color. It's crazy. All right, we've got some leaves here in Old Olive, and we're gonna make this real pretty. Whoops. And we're gonna add leaves, okay? So you'll kind of be stamping off here. Let's move the ink pad. There's another one. And we don't want to overdo it. Isn't this so pretty? I love this leaf. All right, and I guess I will put that there. And so there's our words for this evening. What do you think? All right. So Basic Beige, Early Espresso, and Old Olive, okay? And then we're gonna add it to our card, and we are gonna be using dimensionals. I know you're shocked. I found dimensionals in the kitchen today. They're probably in every room of this house. All right, here we go. I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna offset it, okay? So we're getting closer. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in those vines from the Linked Together bundle, okay? And we need 2 of these in Mossy Meadow. Then we're gonna bring in flowers, but so we won't bring in the flowers yet because I don't wanna misplace them. All right, so I think our leaves are gonna go like this. I think I'll do that. I'm just kind of positioning things, and then we will do this, okay? All right, so let's start with this vine first. Get my glasses on here. I'm glad y'all like the card. All right, make sure I'm on the, I gotta make sure I'm on the back of the vine. I am. All right. I love it, Nancy. I know all our husbands wondering what those little hexagons are that just in every room of the house somehow. Okay, you could use an adhesive sheet with this, and I think it would cut out beautifully, but I just didn't take the time to do that, but you could do that. All right, I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna add this about right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it for a few minutes, okay? There we go. I think I've pressed enough. All right, and now we got to do this one. All right, a little dab will do ya. And then we're gonna take that and we will just kind of round it there. We're gonna add flowers, so don't worry about this space that I have, okay? Because we're gonna cover that space up. So the die for the flowers will cut 2 flowers at one time, okay? And I'm gonna use 6. Yep, 6 flowers. I'm so glad you like the card, Aunt Ethel. I am glad. All right. So, I don't have my bone folder because I have packed that. I'm also packing for on stage as well. So I'm starting to get all those supplies together. All right, I am adding a glue dot to the flower. And let's see, let's cover up this space first, okay? So we're gonna do that first. I really wish I had my bone folder because all I wanna do, oh, I know another way to curl these up. I will show you in a second. All right, let's do it with the second one. You can actually take a mat, okay, and put your flower on the mat and do this. This is even better than a bone folder. All right, so now our flower will be 3-dimensional. So we're gonna take another glue dot and we're gonna lay it right there in the center, all right? And then I'm just gonna kind of stagger the petals. And by the way, we're gonna cover up this little hole in a minute. Okay, so there's my flower. And let me put that up here so that you can see it. All right. Okay, next flower. And maybe what I'll just do it again. Whoops, I almost dropped it. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my flowers done. How about if I move this under the camera so that you can see it? Okay, so they're done. And I am gonna put my glue dot there. And I will put this flower right over here. Okay. I think I like sticking the flower to the glue dot. Then we're gonna stagger the petals. Whoops, I'm upside down. Just like that. And try and bring those petals back up. So maybe a bone folder would be better to kind of break up the fibers in the paper. I'm not sure. I will definitely have to try it with the bone folder. Whoops. And then we'll put a flower about right there. I think I'll put it there. And one more. Okay, since broadcast is going well, would y'all like to give this card away? We can do it. We can do it. And that way I can get it in the mail to you tomorrow. So if you're new tonight and you haven't commented, don't be shy. This is your time to comment so that you can get this free card in the mail. All right, let's add some embezzlements. We are going to be adding these. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm glad you liked it. All right, let's see. We're going to do the, hang on. We're going to put this right in the center of the flower, okay? All right, let's see if I can pick, hang on. It's not picking up on my putty because I had paper on top of the putty. All right. And one more. Yeah, so my putty skills aren't too good tonight, are they? Hang on. And then we'll put that one right there, okay? So that is our card. this evening. So let's get some comments going so we can give away the card. All right, and what a card it is. You're right, Lee. What a card it is. Absolutely. So if you're in Hostess Club, I'll see you Friday and Saturday, and you're making this card, okay? So bring your Post-it tape, bring your washi tape, bring your hand wipes, bring all those good things so that you'll be able to create this, okay? All righty. So y'all give me just a second, and I will get us set up for a giveaway. All right? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad y'all like the card. I wish I had more than one to give away. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, let's see here. All righty. All right, I'm grabbing the Facebook comments right now. Okay. And we are about to start. So I'm going to click start and look at the names fly. Carol Helms. Oh my gosh, congrats, Carol. That is awesome. Tom, can you do me a favor and get a pen and put Carol Helms on the back of this Post-it note, please? Thank you. Congratulations, Carol. Yay, yay, yay. Ooh, you could do this for Thanksgiving. Absolutely, Nancy. I like that idea. Deborah's got the sweet, but she hasn't used it yet. I know the textures are fun, aren't they? Congrats, Carol. Okay, so ladies, we made it. Okay, we made it through the broadcast. Next week, I will not be here. Okay, I will be at On Stage in Raleigh, North Carolina. I will be back with you on Wednesday night, March 19th. Okay. And then remember, I will be broadcasting on March 31st. It's a Monday morning. I'll be broadcasting when Closet Factory brings in all the materials to start the stamp room. And I'll be broadcasting that week throughout the day. So I don't really have a specific time for you. I know it's going to be early in the morning, and then probably at lunchtime, and then probably late afternoon. Okay. Yeah, Tina, I will not be here next Wednesday because we'll already be in Raleigh. Okay, we're going down on Wednesday and to be with my team leader who lives in North Carolina. So, Tom, everyone says thank you. You did a great job. Well, we got through it, right? So, yeah, I'll see you in Raleigh. For anyone who's coming to Raleigh, please look me up, find me so we can chat and so I get to meet you in person, okay? But I won't be here next Wednesday night. I'll be back with you March 19th, okay? So get that on your calendar. And we might just play around with this set some more because there's some more things that I really want to do with this particular suite because it has so much to offer, okay? All right, I will see you in 2 weeks. And I'll be broadcasting from Raleigh, from On Stage, okay? It'll be impromptu, but you'll get to see what's going on as well. All right, so I'll see some of you in Raleigh. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your patience. Have a great week, okay? Take care. Bye.